Let's do the roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Good morning. So, good morning, everyone. Today is October 10, Tuesday. Welcome to today's BAC meeting. For the determination of the quorum, for the attendance of the BAC members, we have Captain Edgardo Diaz for the chairperson, Attorney Roberto Martinez Benaventura, the vice chairperson. Good morning, sir. Captain Florendo Jose Aquino III, the CATC. Miss Amnires Gabriel,
Good morning, Present.
Engineer Leandro Barquez,
Good morning, present.
and for our provisional members from the ADMS, ANS, and ANSU. Also present are the technical working group and as well as the BAC Secretariat. We have also sent invitation to our observers like COA Resident Auditor, PCCI, NGO, ABGFI, PICE, IAS, PCAI, and DOTR. And for today's meeting, sir, it's confirmed that we have a quorum. Thank you.
Alright, considering that we have a quorum, let's already proceed with the agenda items, please.
Mr. Chair, the end user is requesting that the pre-bid conference for the project Laoag International Airport Development Project be taken up first before the opening of the bids.
Yes, let's do that.
Sir, thank you. So, for the first agenda, it's the pre-bid conference for the project titled Laoag International Airport Development Project. CY 2022-23 under bid number 23-03610 with a bid amount, I win with an ABC of 144,566,508.08 an ADMS project. Requesting for the admission of the representative, I mean, from guest for this project.
I just have them admitted, please.
Emerson Salas will be presenting for the pre-bid conference for this project.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. First, I want to acknowledge the uh, presence of Attorney Nikki Pilar and Sir Perry Martinez,
Ay, good morning, sir.
attorney
Morning, sir. Morning po.
from Provincial Government of Ilocos Norte. They will be mag-audience po sila sa atin during the pre-bid conference po natin.
Alright, magandang umaga po. Sige, with that, let's already proceed with the presentation. Do we have prospective bidders? Wala.
Ah, mga prospective bidders po, meron ba po tayo? Nandito po ba? Please state your
Yes,
name
sir.
and
Yes, sir.
your
This is
company.
Aiden Ocampo, sir, from Alpha Omega. Good morning, everyone.
The other please, meron pa ba po? Bago po mag-start po dun sa presentation po natin for the pre-bid.
Albert Ramos, sir, from Consigna Construction, sir. Thank you. Morning.
So, meron pa ba po para po makapag-umpisa po tayo? So, the presentation for uh, uh, to the chair, nakikita na po ba yung presentation?
Yes, nakita.
The presentation for Laoag International Airport Development Project will be presented by Architect Carlo Santa Maria. Sure.
Good morning, everyone. So today I'll be presenting the Laoag International Airport Development Project CY 2022 and 2023. So this is for the improvement and or expansion of passenger terminal building. Uh, so highlighted in red is the location of the passenger terminal building, the existing one. As you can see here, this is the existing ground level plan of the passenger terminal building. So it has 200.
Excuse me, your screen's not moving.
Okay, wait. What? Ito. Wait lang. Is the PowerPoint moving po? Ayan, okay.
Okay na siya.
Okay. So again, highlighted in red is the existing location of the passenger terminal building in relevance to the airport compound. So this is the existing ground level plan of the passenger terminal building. It has currently 275 seating capacity for international flights and 450 capacity for domestic flights. And it has approximately 4,000 square meters of floor area. And then highlighted in red will be the proposed expansion areas. And then for highlighted in blue will be the proposed mezzanine area. So this is the proposed floor plan. So highlighted in blue will be the expansion of the international and domestic pre-departure, and then in red is the expansion of the arrival area. And then the green is the check-in area. Mm. So with this expansion, we'll be adding 109 seating capacity for international and 126 for the domestic. And this will result in 384 seating capacity for international flights and 576 seating capacity for domestic flights. So in all, the expansion will add around 3,000 square meters, which will total an approximate 7,000 square meters of floor area for the whole PTB. So uh, the Laoag International Airport Development Project uh, bid number 23-36-10 Alpha uh, again is intends to apply the sum of 144,566,508 pesos and 8 cents. So uh, prospective bidders should possess following technical personnel. So one project civil engineer, one architect, one electrical engineer, one master electrician, one construction foreman, one construction safety and health officer. And for the equipment, they should possess 2 units of electric jackhammer, 2 units of concrete saw, 2 units of oxy acetylene cutting torch or welding outfit, 2 units of dump trucks, 1 unit of payloader, 1 unit of boom truck, 1 unit of backhoe with breaker, 1 unit plate compactor, 2 units of one bagger concrete mixer, 4 units of concrete vibrator, 1 unit electric bar cutter, 1 unit electric bar bender, 1 unit torch with regulator and gauge, 2 units welding machine, 1 unit generator set, 1 unit mobile crane, 1 unit portable generator set, 2 units of portable welding machines, 1 unit of heat fusing machine, and 1 unit of water truck. So the required pickup license for this project will be medium A, license category B. So this is for building and industrial plants. And the completion of work requires 480 calendar days, inclusive of 45 rainy or unworkable days. So the bidder should have completed a contract similar to the project. So a complete set of bidding documents may be acquired on October the 2nd until the deadline of submission of bid uh, with the applicable fee of amounting to 56,000 Philippine pesos. And then bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat on or before 24th of October 2023 at 9:30 a.m. All bids must be accompanied by bid security as stated in ITB Clause 16. And also, the bid opening shall be on 24th of October at 9:30 a.m. Through Jitsi, Zoom, or Google Meet. So bids will be open in the presence of the bidders' representatives. So let me run you through the bid data sheet. So ITB Clause 3.0. So this is the certificate of site inspection duly signed by Mr. Ronald Estabilio, the Civil Aviation Area Manager, Head of Area Center 1. And then this shall be accompanied by company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, company of the airport or facilities visitor logbook with entry of the name and signature of the person who conducted site inspection, and also a photo of the proposed site, including the personnel who conducted site inspection, together with area manager or airport manager. So bids not complying with the above shall be disqualified. Then clause 5.2, uh, the bidder must have experience of completed an SLCC that is similar to this project or equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. So again, the ABC is 144,566,508 and 8 centavos. So ITB clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. And then clause 10.1, the bidder shall submit all eligibility and technical documents as specified in section 10. So these are Class A documents, so valid PhilJEP's registration certificate, registration of certificate from SEC, DTI, or CDA, and then mayor's or business permits issued by the city or municipality where your business is located. And then tax clearance, this is per Executive Order number 398, series of 2005. And then in connection to GPPB Circular 7 2017, uh, these are the bidders' following options. So a copy of this bidding document will be given to prospective bidders. So let's go to yung technical documents. So the required technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts that are awarded but not yet started. And then a statement of the bidder's SLCC or single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid on. And then pickup license or special pickup license in case of joint ventures, and registration for the of type and cost of the contractor to be bid. Contract to be bid. Sorry. So again, the required pickup license for the project is medium A, license category B. Uh, and also another technical document, the original copy of bid security in the form of surety bond. You should submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or an original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. So the project requirements also, which shall include organizational chart for the contract to be bid, then list of contractors, key personnel. So these are the technical personnel mentioned earlier, and then list of contractors' major equipment units, and then original duly signed uh, omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case the prospective bidder is a corporation, partnership, or cooperative. So uh, attached to these are certification under oath attesting that they have no pending cases against the government, in addition to eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of RA 9184. Then also a legal clearance to be issued by CAAP, ELS, with respect to non-pending cases. of prospective bidders against this authority, and bid bulletins if applicable. And then the certificate of site inspection, as stated earlier. So for financial documents, the prospective bidders audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission, and also the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity. So Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. So applicable CAAP BAC standard forms shall be complied in accordance with prescribed forms under Section 9 of the Bidding Forms Annex A and B. So bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. So again, for Section 10.3, valid pickup license again is medium A, category B. And then clause 10.4, the key personnel again must meet the required minimum years of experience as set below. So here, the project civil engineer, architect, master electrician, electrical engineer, construction foreman, and safety officer engineer shall have 5 years of general experience and 3 years in relevant experience of building an industrial plant. So bids not complying with the above shall be disqualified. And then here is the list again of the required equipments. And then for clause 11.1, so the second bid envelope shall contain financial documents for the bid as specified in section 10. So this shall include complete accomplishment of all the following documents as stated. So an original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, bill of quantities, summary of bid proposal, bill of materials and cost estimates, the summary sheet indicating unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, uh, and also cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. Applicable CAAP back standard forms included in this pre-bid document shall be complied in accordance with the prescribed forms under Section 9. So bids not complying with the uh, instructions shall be disqualified. So any changes in the description and quantity stated in the financial document forms shall not be allowed. However, typographical error that is supposed will not affect the project's implementation shall not be grounds for disqualification. So the discount stated in the financial bid form shall be computer written with the same font style and size as with the whole text of the said form. So the discounts that are handwritten, typewritten, or in a different font style shall not be considered. So clause 11.2, bids exceeding the ABC shall be disqualified. And then clause 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration, or any of the following forms and amounts. So the amount not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash or cashier's manager's check, bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit. And the amount not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. So in clause 16, each and every page thereof eligibility, technical, and financial documents shall properly be marked with index tabs and must sequentially paginated in accurate order in the form of uh, example for page 3 of 100. So page number of the last page of the document. So pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the whole documents. Sign the envelope. So each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second components of its bid. So again, bids not complying shall be disqualified. Clause 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. So the infrastructure project is packed in a single lot in the evaluation and contract award. So the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with requirements shall submit its valid PhilJEPS certificate of registration, latest income and business tax returns filed through EFPS, business licenses and permits. So and also latest audited financial statements, key personnel licenses, then statement identifying the bidder's single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid, and updated status of all ongoing contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, issued by the government agency or private concerned. So failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall be disqualified, shall disqualify the bidder for the award. So provided in that the event that finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause for forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. So, Clause 21, required to be submitted. PERT and S curve, PERT CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, equipment and utilization schedule. Construction safety and health programs approved by the DOLE as well. So here's the checklist of technical and financial documents to be accomplished. So this is included in the bidding documents. So as well as the financial documents and financial component envelope. So this is the perspectives for the appreciation of the bidders. So the project will be mainly using uh, white plaster and also brick cladding for its facades. And so this is the land side perspectives. Again, mainly white plaster and brick cladding. So for the interiors, the flooring, existing flooring for the check-in area shall be retained and the interior shall be updated to the specified materials. So this is the pre-departure area interior perspectives. Again, mostly retaining the existing bricks, but also updating the materials to the specifications. Here is the perspectives for the arrival area. So again, retaining bricks where possible and updating the materials based on the specifications given. So the scope of work for the project will be SPL1, mobilization and demobilization, SPL2, provision for living quarters, SPL3, project signboard, and SPL4, construction safety and health program, SPL5, construction board up. So for the expansion of international and domestic arrival and pre-departure, we will be undertaking civil works, so demolition and disposal works. So a total area of 10,747 square meters of demolition. For excavation and disposal works, 647 cubic meters of excavation and 242 cubic meters of disposal works. And then backfilling works of 405 cubic meters. Then gravel bedding works of 30 cubic meters. So for concreting works, the concrete volume should be 637 cubic meters. Then masonry works, 733 square meters. So, and waterproofing works, the same. So 733 square meters. And for steelworks, a total weight of 224,367 kilograms of steel. Then for the roofing works, a total area of 4,687 square meters. And then for the skylight, we have 260 square meters. So for architectural works, for tiling works, 6,303 square meters. For the ceiling works, a total area of 5,160 square meters. For carpentry works, a total area of 1,258 square meters. For painting works, a total of 11,177 square meters. Then for interior works, a total area of 757 square meters. And then doors and windows. So these are all specified in the document. There are 63 sets of doors and 57 sets of windows. And then for miscellaneous works, we have signages and wayfinding. So there are 122 number of signages. Then toilet partition and accessories. So this shall be provided the details. Then for electrical works, we have lighting and power conduits and fittings, lighting and power conductors. So we shall be using color coded wires. So for the ground, we shall use green, line 1 red, line 2 yellow, and line 3 blue. So for lighting fixtures, these are all specified as well. And then ACU conduits and fittings, ACU conductors. We will be using the same color-coded wires, and then a panel board and circuit breakers, feeder conduits and fittings, feeder conductors with again the same color-coded wires, and main feeder conduits and fittings, main feeder conductors with the same color-coded wires, uh, FIDS. So these are just roughing ins, flight information display system, and then delivery, installation, testing, and commissioning of uh, public address and evac system. Then supply, delivery, installation, testing, and commissioning of fire detection and alarm system. And then roughing ins for a CCTV system. So for mechanical works, we shall have air conditioning works. So these are all stated naman. And then for ventilation works, again, these are all stated. So for fire extinguishers, uh, we'll be installing 21 sets of fire extinguishers. So for plumbing works, so the site works a total of 154 cubic meters. So for the sewer line, a total of 597 linear meters. For the water line system, a total of 372 linear meters. And for the storm drainage system, a total length of 1,611 linear meters. Uh, for the septic tank and catch basin, so these are all detailed. We will be having 3 units of septic tanks and 76 units of catch basins. So for the furniture, these are all detailed as well. And then for landscaping at landside area, so uh, here are the scope of the landscaping. Uh, and that's it. So if you have questions, please ask.
Mr. Chair, if I may, before we move on with the for the with the question and answer portion, we may we request also the end user to present the special conditions of the contract for this project for the appreciation of the bidders. Thank you.
Uh, sir,
Yes, sir.
for a while lang, sir. For a while.
Thank you, Sir Emer.
Sir, pwede po bang mag-request muna po ng ano, ng ah, close meeting muna po sa atin sa backsec and to the chair meeting po tungkol po dun sa executive special conditions.
Of course, hindi ko na medyo choppy. Wait,
Sir, sandali lang po. I-ready lang po namin yung presentation for special conditions.
Sir Emmer. Sir Emmer. We have the document at the conference room. If you wish, we can just flash it on screen and for you to present.
Sir, yan po. Sinishare na po namin yun. Okay na? Check na. Okay. Okay. Yan. Sir, nakikita na po sa screen yung
sir.
special.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Sir Emmer.
Shown on the screen is the special conditions of contract with GCC clause item 2 not applicable. Item 3.1, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractor upon receipt of the notice to proceed. Item 5, in addition to the performance security, winning bidders shall submit contractors all risk insurance prior to signing of contract. GCT clause item 6, none. Item 7.2, in case of permanent structures, such as buildings of types 4 and 5 as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete, which comply with relevant structural codes, such as, but not limited to, steel or concrete bridges, flyovers, aircraft movement areas, ports, limited to, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, sewage systems, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures. 15 years. Item 10, no day works are applicable to the contract. Item 11.1, not applicable. Item 11.2, not applicable. Item 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. Item 14, no further instructions. Item 15.1, the date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. Item 15.2,
Same.
the amount
Paano yung 15 point?
the amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and/or operating maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, end user. Mr. Chair, we are the floor. We may now accept any clarification or questions regarding the project, Mr. Chair. The end user is also here to answer any questions pertaining to the project. There's a question from the messenger from R2 Builders. Question is, anong araw po pwedeng mag-site visit? And also, saan po kami makakapag-request ng drawings and plans for the project? End user, please.
Yung site visit po, Monday to Friday po sa Laoag International Airport po, Laoag City. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. po. Then, yung pong drawings and plans for the project po sa upon na procurement po ng bid docs para po sa project natin sa may BAC Secretariat po. And yung sa posting po naka-include naman po yung drawings and plans natin for the projects.
Any other clarification, please? From Marketing Consigna.
Yes, sir. Sir, good morning. Mr. Chair, good morning. No, I'm Albert from Consigna Construction. Sir, tatanong ko lang, sir, since na demolition to, sir, dun sa hauling ba natin, sir, merong nearest area or meron na kayong prepared area for the hauling? Or si contractor na, sir, ang magdi-decide kung saan nila yung haul out yung mga debris or yung mga na demolish ng contractor, sir? Thank you.
Sir, regarding po dun sa questions nyo, pagka po nakandak na po yung pre-construction meeting with the assigned project manager, dun po i-discuss po yan. Kung saan po yung site or sino po yung bahala para sa disposal. So dun po yan.
Okay, sir. Most probably, sir, malapit lang po ba ito? Or para at least makonsider din sa...
Upon site inspection nyo po, sir,
Okay.
kung mapansin nyo po, doon po pwede nyo po may tanong po sa natin.
Sa technical.
Sa local po natin. Local from Laoag International Airport po, sa CAAP po. With Airport Manager Ronald Stabilio po. Pero yan po talaga na de-designate siya once na mag-start na po yung, bago mag-start po through construction meeting po, pre-construction meeting. Doon po na-decide yan.
Sige, sir. Thank you, sir. Next question. Sir, you mentioned yung tree planting, sir, kasama sa ano yun, no? Kasama yun sa contract?
Sa landscaping po siya kasama.
Okay. So kami na rin mag-purchase ng mga plants, no? Tama sa...
Yes, sir. Kaya ano po siya, kasama po siya doon sa natin, sa scope of work at saka yung detailed estimate po.
Sige, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Chair, thank you. Good morning.
I think we have another question from R2 Builders.
Yung bid docs po, mapipurchase po dito sa CAAP head office po. Through backside po. Yes, included din po yung drawings.
Sir, good morning po. Sa R2 Builders po ito.
Yes.
Clarify ko lang po, sir, kasi po nakapag-purchase na po kami ng bid docs. last Friday po. And then nung nagkapag-purchase po kami, binigyan nga po kami ng flash drive. But nung nag-check po kami, wala po siyang drawings na kasama or plans.
Ah, sige po, ma'am from R2 Builders, ayusin po namin para mabigyan po kayo kagad ng drawings. Dapat po talaga kasama po agad yung drawings and details.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Any other clarification from the bidders? If no more clarification from the bidders, may we remind the bidders that bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat at the address BAC Office, CAAP Compound at Mir Road, Pasay City, on or before the 24th of October 2023 at 9:30 a.m. And any clarification or request for clarification on any part of the bidding document must be in writing and must be submitted at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set for the submission and receipt of bids. Oh, we have a follow-up question from R2 Builders.
To R2 Builders, uh, yung magkaiba po, so i-correct po namin yan through bid bulletin po. After po nitong natin, i-check po namin kung ano po yung hindi po parehas doon po sa Annex B Form 4 Summary of Key Personnel. Sige po, i-check po namin, gawan po namin kagad ng bid bulletin if ever meron pong kailangan pong itama po dun sa documents. Meron pa pong questions?
JLP Construction and Supply has a question. Representative from JLP Construction, please. JLP Construction is raising his hand. Any clarification, please? We're not receiving your audio. You may, if you have problems with your audio, you may type in your question or clarification in the message box. Representative from JLP Construction, you have any other clarification, please? Okay, Mr. Chair, we'll just for any additional clarification, the bidder may submit their request for clarification 15 days before the, 10 days before the opening of bids, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair?
All right, thank you. So with that, we'll close this vivid conference. As I understand, I think the chair is already present. May I turn over the chair
Attorney Rob.
to the chairman?
Okay, Attorney Rob, thank you
Yes, sir.
very much
Yes.
for taking over.
Apo, sir.
Oh, we just came from a meeting. I'm sorry. So, all right. So, where are we now?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Mr. Chair, for our next agenda, we have number 2.1, the submission and opening of bids.
To the chair.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Sir, sir, acknowledge ko lang po si Attorney Nikki Pilar and Sir Perry Martinez from Provincial Government of Ilocos Norte. Um, Attorney, Sir Perry, meron pa ba po kayong gustong concern i-raise dun sa pre-bid po natin?
Architect, thank you. Wala, we're good na po with what was presented. Thank you very much for having us, allowing us to observe on this pre-bid po. Thank you.
Uh,
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
to the chair, thank you po. That's all po.
Okay, so it's done. We may excuse all the...
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige, sige.
Bidders are now excused for the pre-bid conference. We will be
So, are they removed already, Romar? Ah, okay. Sige. All right. And then the next item will be number 2, 2.1.
okay.
To continue with our proceedings, sir, under 2.1, the submission and opening of bids for the supply, delivery, installation, and commissioning of safety oversight management system for the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, including the hardware and software components under bid number 23-028-08 with an amount of 150 million pesos, a project of the MISD.
Okay, so end user, MISD. Oh, sige, proceed. Oh,
Sir Jong for the MISD, sir, and me for the FSIS.
all right, okay. Sige.
So may we request, sir, for the bidders to be admitted?
Yes. Okay. Sige, let's proceed.
Bidders, welcome to today's proceeding. May we request to introduce yourselves and the company you represent.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maria Labdon from AG Datacom Philippines Incorporated.
Good morning, everyone. This is Cristal Tolentino from Hitachi, from the group of AG Datacom. Thank you.
Hi, Isabella Flores from HTech Corporation.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Maria Cristina Kisumbing from HTech Corporation.
Morning, Filippo Gionco from a joint venture with H-Tech. I represent also WIT, which is the lead, and Seabury of RJB in foreign company.
Mr. Chair, before we proceed with the opening, may we request AG Datacom Philippines representative to please confirm if this is your bid.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Request for permission to open, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, inside the main envelope are two envelopes. One is the financial component, sealed and properly labeled. Also, the technical component of the bid of Datacom Philippines, also labeled and signed and sealed, Mr. Chair. Opening the technical component. The technical component envelope are two documents. Pages are numbered and signed on each page. Tabbings are also provided. Same with envelope number 2. Also provided with index tabs. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the technical component, valid field jobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
Field jobs registration, platinum membership, valid until April 27, 2024. Page 1, page 2, And page 3, submitted.
Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, Department of Trade and Industry DTI for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority or CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
SEC certificate, registration certificate dated June 3, 1999, with SEC certificate number A199906976 submitted.
Mayors or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the respective bidders located, or equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit with expiration date of 31 December 2023, issued by City of San Juan, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Tax clearance dated February 10, 2024, issued by Albert Joy Aranio, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Annex A, Form 1.
Statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, signed, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC or two similar projects to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in sections 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents. Annex A, Form 2.
Statement of single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid, signed by Mr. Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, submitted.
Original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, also submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration, Annex B, Form 1.
Bid securing declaration in the form of notarized and signed, submitted.
Schedule of requirements, Annex B, Form 2.
Schedule of requirements, signed, submitted.
Conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production and delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and/or after-sales parts if applicable. Annex B, Form 3.
Section 7, technical specifications, compliance statement, submitted.
Original duly signed Omnibus Sworn Statement or OSS, Annex B, Form 4, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder.
Omnibus sworn statement, signed and notarized, submitted.
They shall include all the following documents as attachment to the Omnibus Sworn Statement. Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulation of RA 9184.
Certificate of no pending case signed by President Reina Roxanne Mami, notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against the authority.
Legal clearance issued last September 5, valid until March 5, 2024, submitted.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated September 11, 2023.
Bid bulletin number 1, submitted.
The supplier's audited financial statements, showing among others the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission.
Audited financial statement, stamp received by BIR dated August 10, 2023, submitted.
The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation.
NFCC in the amount of 349,894,845 pesos, submitted.
If applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
Joint venture agreement. Between AG Datacom Philippines and CASR, Co Civil Aviation Software LDA, notarized, submitted.
Sir, that would be all for the technical components, sir.
Mr. Chair, we're just checking the JV requirements as indicated in their joint resolution. There are two bidders for the project, and we're checking if the other partner also submitted the same documents.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, we would like to manifest that there is a joint venture between AG Datacom and Carsco Civil Aviation Software LDA. Considering, Mr. Chair, that we were not able to check the eligibility documents of the other partner in the joint venture, we would like to manifest that we go over the other documents. Also, Mr. Chair, uh, the the label in the document does not have the name of the Carsco Civil Aviation Software LDA. However, upon checking our bid documents, Mr. Chair, there was it was not indicated in our bid documents that we need to put in the label or in the markings of our bid documents the name of the other joint venture, considering that they complied with the markings as well as the tabbings as well as the signature in each and every page, Mr. Chair. We would like to manifest that they pass this document and that we go over the document of the other joint venture, which is Carsco Civil Aviation Software LDA.
Okay. So if I understood it correctly, meaning to say that the joint venture, okay, what you've read was the submission of the only one, yung AG. And then, according to what you've said, we need to check also the compliance of the other. Okay, right now, they do not have that.
We will go over their
We will
document,
go
Mr.
over.
Chair,
Okay,
if
so
they
they have
complied.
submitted as well. So, okay, proceed. So that is in accordance with the rules, ha? Okay, sige, proceed.
BACSEC, checklist please.
Okay. Checklist for the technical component. Valid PhilJobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
Platinum, PhilJobs Platinum membership for CASR.co Civil Aviation Software LDA. Certificate is valid until October 27, 2023. Page 1, 2, and 3 of the PhilJobs submitted.
Registration certificate from SEC, Department of Trade and Industry for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority or CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
Business registration certificate dated September 9, 2015 with a business registration certificate number NIPC 513682775 submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidders located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
For mayor's business permit, expiration date December 31, 2023, issued at Lisbon, Portugal, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 was finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Tax clearance with expiration date October 3, 2024, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Annex A, Form 1.
Submitted by AG Datacom Philippines.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC or two similar projects to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in sections 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents, Annex A, Form 2.
Statement of single largest completed contract submitted.
Original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration, Annex B Form 1.
Bid secured in the form of bid securing declaration as submitted by President AG Datacom Philippines, signed, submitted, notarized.
Okay. Schedule of requirements, Annex B Form 2.
For Section 6, schedule of requirements submitted.
Conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production and delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales and parts, if applicable. Annex B Form 3.
Submitted.
Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, or OSS, Annex B Form 4, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and to act to represent the bidder.
Omnibus sworn statement submitted with an attached secretary certificate signed by the corporate secretary of AG Datacom Philippines, and from secretary certificate from Casar.co Civil Aviation Software LDA, signed by Mr. Rodriguez Macias Gomez, also signed and notarized, submitted.
Shall include all the following documents as attachment to the OSS. Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of RA 9184.
Submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance for AG Datacom and Casarco Civil Aviation Software LDA, submitted.
The supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of the bid submission.
Audited financial statement of AG Datacom, submitted.
The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation.
NFCC, submitted.
A duly signed joint venture agreement, or JVA, in the case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
Again, Mr. Chair, for the JVA, a joint resolution between AG Datacom Philippines and Casar.co Civil Aviation Software LDA with apostille. Signed by both parties and also notarized. Submitted.
Sir, that would be all for the technical component.
TWG would like also to present on screen the JV agreement of between AG Datacom Philippines and Casar.co Civil Aviation Software LDA, dated October 5, 2023. Also notarized and signed for the record. Mr. Chair, for the submission of AG Datacom, Casor ba yun? For the submission of AG Datacom Philippines, Casor.co Civil Aviation Software LDA JV, passed the initial or preliminary examination of the bid, Mr. Chair, for the technical component. May we proceed with the next bidder, Mr. Chair?
Noted. Okay, proceed.
We are representatives from We Are IT Philippines Incorporated, High Tech Corporation, and Seabury MRO Solutions BV. Please confirm if this is your bid. Thank you, ma'am. Permission to open the bid, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it was confirmed. Okay, proceed.
Mr. Chair, inside the main envelope are the financial component envelope, signed and sealed. Also the technical component, also signed and sealed. Opening the technical component, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed.
Mr. Chair, the technical component envelope contains 4 books. Book 104, 204, 304, and 404. Natin isa-isa. Baka mag-slide. For book number 1 or book 104, the document is paginated and signed and provided with index tab. For book 204, document is paginated and signed and provided with index tabs. For book 304, submission is paginated and signed and provided with index tabs. For book 404, document is paginated, signed, and with index tabs. Checklist, please. PACSEC.
Checklist for the technical component. Valid field jobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
So, field jobs registration platinum membership for We Are IT Philippines. Certificate is valid until May 22, 2024, page 1, 2, 3 submitted for H-Tech Corporation. Also submitted a platinum field jobs registration valid until December 16, 2023. Page 1, page 2, page 3 submitted. For Seabury MRO Solutions BV Philippines, also submitted a field jobs platinum membership with certificate validity until 16 October 2024. Page 1, page 2, and page 3 of the field jobs registration submitted.
Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, Department of Trade and Industry or DTI for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority or CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
For We Are IT Philippines, SEC registration dated 2 February 2000 with SEC certificate number 8200001627 submitted. For H-Tech Corporation, SEC certificate registration date 26 September 2011 with SEC certificate number CS2011171139 submitted. For Seabury MRO Solutions by Philippines, BV Philippines, SEC registration date November 25, 2016 with SEC certificate number FS201627324 submitted.
Mayors or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
For We Are IT Philippines, Mayor's Permit, expiration date December 31, 2023, issued by Mandaluyong City for H-Tech Corporation. Mayor's Permit, expiration date 31 December 2023, issued by Muntinlupa for Seabury MRO Solutions BV Philippines. Mayor's Permit, expiration date January 1, 2024, issued by Taguig City, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005, was finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
For tax clearance of WRIT Philippines, expiration date February 28, 2024. For H-Tech Corporation, tax clearance expiration date 13 December 2023. And for Seabury MRO Solutions BV Philippines, tax clearance with expiration date September 16, 2024, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Annex A, Form 1.
Statement of ongoing government and private contracts submitted by the partner, We Are IT Philippines Incorporated, signed, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, or two similar projects to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in sections 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents. Annex A, Form 2.
SLCEC submitted by Seabury MRO Solutions BV, signed, submitted.
Original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. Annex B, Form 1.
Bid securing declaration submitted by authorized representative, Mr. Mark Gregory Agustin, notarized, and also a bid securing declaration also from the authorized representative, Isabella Flores, notarized, signed, notarized. Bid securing declaration also submitted by authorized representative B. Joy Mitcheri, also notarized and signed, submitted.
Schedule of requirements, Annex B, Form 2.
Schedule of requirements, signed, submitted.
Conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production and delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales of parts if applicable. Annex B, Form 3.
Statement of compliance, submitted.
Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, or OSS, Annex B, Form 4, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder.
Omnibus sworn statement signed by Mark Gregory Agustin, notarized, and also in OSS from H-Tech Corporation, signed by Isabella Flores, also notarized, and from OSS, also from Seabury MRO Solutions BV, signed, also notarized. Attached in the OSS are secretary certificate from We Are IT Philippines, signed and notarized. From H-Tech Corporation Secretary Certificate, also signed and notarized. From Seabury MRO Solutions BV, Secretary Certificate, also signed and notarized. All submitted.
This shall include all the following documents as attachment to the omnibus sworn statement: certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of RA 9184.
Mr. Chair, the TWG would like to manifest that under BDS clause number 10.1, we require the original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, which we have a form that we provided. Attachment to the omnibus sworn statement is the certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirement. In that, Mr. Chair, we would require the company that would be participating to include a certification under oath that they have no pending case against the government. The submitted documents, Mr. Chair, are also certification of no pending case against the government. However, these are certification by the authorized representative in their personal capacity or their in their capacity as head of sales or representative of the corporation and not the corporation itself, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so it is non-compliant.
We would like to...
So what is the ITB?
This is the ITB, Mr. Chair, that we require the original duly signed omnibus sworn statement. And then as attachment to that, we have a certificate under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirement as required under the IRR of 9184.
Okay, so you mentioned that the certification was issued by the head.
The certification, Mr. Chair, was issued by the authorized representative,
Okay.
Mr. Chair, in their capacity as representative of the corporation.
And it should be
It should be the corporation, Mr. Chair.
the corporation.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pero is not the head also the head of the corporation, represents the corporation? Is it different?
It is different, Mr. Chair, because this one, the representative, Mr. Chair, is certifying that as the representative of that corporation, he has no pending case against the government. Here, Mr. Chair, we are looking for the certification that such corporation, which is a separate
It should be the
entity.
agency.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And not the person. All right. So meaning to say, they are not compliant to the requirement of the ITB.
Yes, Mr. Chair, but
Okay.
we submit to the discretion of the committee, Mr. Chair.
Any question? Palakihin mo nga. Late. It is a case of certifying himself,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
which should not be the case. No?
Because, Mr. Chair, the company is a separate entity from the representative.
The person,
of-
yes, okay. I understand. Any question from the members or any clarification? If there is none, then what is the recommendation?
The recommendation of the TWG, Mr. Chair, is for the disqualification of um, H-Tech Corporation, Seabury MRO Solutions BV, We Are IT Philippines Incorporated, uh, for failing to comply with BDS clause number 10.1, letter F, number 1, for the attachment of certification under oath that they have no pending case against the government, Mr. Chair, for the consideration of the committee.
Thank you. Any motion?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Motion to adopt the recommendation of the TWG for the disqualification of the bidder due to failure to comply with the certification mentioned, Mr. Chair.
Noted.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Moved and seconded. Motion is adopted. So the joint venture is disqualified.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For the representatives of um, H-Tech, We Are IT Philippines, and Seabury MRO Solutions. Sir, ma'am, do you intend to file for a motion for reconsideration? In this case, you have 3 days from today to file your motion for reconsideration.
Anyway, so ganito, no, we already, di ba? MR na yan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oo, oo.
But just for the information of the committee, this is the one that we included in our bid documents. Yes. Um, yes, but it has already been moved and seconded by the committee. Sir, this is a pass and fail lang po sa ano natin, sir, and it is in the face of the document, sir. But you have 3 days from today to file your motion for reconsideration, sir. And in the meantime, the BAC will be resealing your document, sir. And should the committee grant your motion for reconsideration, sir, we will open your documents and evaluate again the contents of your submission.
Mr. Chair, proceeding with the opening of the financial component of AG Datacom Philippines.
Okay, proceed.
Documents, checklist please, backsec.
Checklist for the financial document. Originals duly signed and accomplished. Price schedules.
Price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines. Submitted. And price schedule for goods offered from abroad. Signed, submitted.
For foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country's extension of the reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product.
Declaration from CASR.co Civil Aviation Software LDA. Stating there was an agreement signed between the Portuguese Republic and the Republic of the Philippines on the promotion and protection of investments. Signed in Manila. Signed by Mr. Gomez. Submitted.
Certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity.
For this submission, not applicable, Mr. Chair.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Financial bid form. Signed by President AG Datacom Philippines and CASR.co Civil Aviation Software LDA joint venture. Ms. Reina Roxanne C. Mami submitted in the amount of 248,800,000 pesos only. Again, the bid of AG Datacom Philippines Incorporated and CSR Co. Civil Aviation Software LDA joint venture is 248,800,000 pesos only. The bid of the joint venture, Mr. Chair, is in summary, AG Datacom Philippines submitted a bid of 248,800,000 pesos. Is below the ABC of 250 million pesos for this project, Mr. Chair. And with that, the TWG would like to recommend for the bid evaluation of the proposal of AG Datacom Philippines CSR.co Civil Aviation Software LDA joint venture to determine completeness of bid and to determine if there are any arithmetical corrections in the bid price. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any motion?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Motion to adopt the recommendation of the TWG for the bidder to undergo bid evaluation, Mr. Chair.
Noted.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, move it seconded. The motion is adopted. Thank you. So, okay na?
Mr. Chair, may we request the bidders to be
Yes.
excused
Okay.
so we can
Oh.
continue with the next agenda, Mr. Chair.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Uh, as to the chair, we will have a 5-minute break. So the time now is 11:48, so we'll be back at 11:53.
Annex A Form 2.
SLCC signed and submitted.
Original copy of bid
Sir,
security.
sir, pwedeng makita lang yung ano niya, yung attachment ng SLCC. Yung completion and acceptance, yan ba yan? Yung attachment lang po.
The representative would like to see the completion and acceptance certificate. For the Arthalan Corporation, certificate of completion for the information of the Evercon, signed by Engineer Naval of Arthalan. Thank you.
Okay na, sir. Okay, to continue. Original copy of bid security. if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration, Annex B, Form 1.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration signed by the managing director. Also notarized, submitted.
Schedule of requirements, Annex B, Form 2.
Schedule of requirements, submitted.
Conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales and parts if applicable. Annex B, Form 3.
Schedule of requirements, submitted.
Schedule of requirements. Conformity with the technical specifications.
Technical specifications, statement of compliance, submitted.
Thank you, sir. Original duly signed Omnibus Sworn Statement or OSS, Annex B, Form 4, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney for all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and to act to represent the bidder.
OSS signed by the managing director, Mr. Zeno Rosa, notarized, and with attached secretary certificate signed by Virgilio Raimundo, the corporate secretary. Also notarized, submitted.
This shall include all the following documents as attachment to the OSS: certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of RA 9184.
Certification under oath, certifying Subic Bay Aviation Support Services Incorporated has no pending case against the government, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued by ELS, valid until April 6, 2024, submitted.
Bid bulletins if applicable.
Bid bulletins not applicable.
The supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission.
Audited financial statement from Siargao Accounting, stamp received by the BIR, dated April 27, 2023, submitted.
The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation.
NFCC in amount of 157,765,430 pesos, submitted.
If applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
JVA not applicable for this submission.
That would be all for the technical component.
Mr. Chair, the submission of Subic Bay Aviation Support Services Incorporated technical component passed the preliminary examination, Mr. Chair. We will now proceed with the opening of the financial component.
Okay, proceed.
For Evercon Builders. Original financial component are with pagination signed on each page and provided with index tabs. Checklist, please.
Checklist under financial component. Original duly signed and accomplished for price schedule.
Price schedule for goods offered from abroad, signed. And also price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines, also signed, submitted.
Other documentary requirements under RA 9184 as applicable for foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that the Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product,
Not applicable for this submission.
certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity,
Sir, not applicable for this submission.
original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Financial bid form, signed by Lolita Ong, the Vice President, Evercon Builders and Equipment Corporation, with a bid amount of 13,858,858 and 68 centavos. Again, 13,858,888 and 68 centavos. And with no discount, Mr. Chair. The bid is within the ABC of 14 million. For the financial component of aviation, Subic Bay Aviation Support Services Incorporated, the document is signed and also sealed. Financial component is provided with index tabs and paginated and also signed on each page. Checklist, please.
For financial component checklist, original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules,
Price schedule for goods offered from abroad, signed. Also price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines, also signed, submitted.
other documentary requirements under RA 9184 as applicable, for foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their countries stating that the Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product.
Not applicable for this submission, Mr. Chair.
Certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as the domestic bidder or domestic entity.
Not applicable for this submission.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Financial bid form, duly signed by Mr. Crisologo Zenerosa, the Managing Director of Subic Bay Aviation Support Services Incorporated, with a bid amount of 12,296,712 and 67 centavos. Again, the bid of Subic Bay Aviation Support Services is 12,296,712 and 67 centavos, Mr. Chair, and is within the ABC. On screen, Mr. Chair, is the summary of the bid submissions with Subic Bay Aviation Support Services as the lowest, 12,296,712 and 67 centavos with no discount, below the AVC. Next is Evercon Builders and Equipment Corporation with a bid amount of 13,858,888 and 68 centavos, which is also below the ABC, Mr. Chair. the TWG would like to recommend for the bid evaluation of the submission of the bidders to determine the completeness of bid and if there are any arithmetical corrections in the bid amount. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Okay, and the motion?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir.
Motion to adopt the recommendation of the TWG for the conduct of the bid evaluation for the bidders, Mr. Chair.
Noted.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, move and seconded. Motion is adopted.
May we request for the bidders, please, to be excused? Yes, you're now excused, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, for our next agenda, we have a submission and opening of eligibility for the project entitled Procurement of Services for the construction of new Siargao Airport under bid number 23-035-09 with a bid amount of with an amount of 14,309,211 pesos on ADMS project.
Mr. Chair, we have 6 submissions for this project, Mr. Chair.
Okay, what is the name of the project again, please?
The title of the project, sir, is
Survey Services.
Survey Services for
Okay.
the construction of new Siargao Airport.
All right, okay.
May we request the bidder to be admitted, sir?
Okay, admit the bidders.
Mr. Chair, may we request the bidders to have their name, themselves introduced and the company they represent.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anna May Gumakal from Solar Surveying Corporation po.
Good morning. Good afternoon po. I'm Arian Abdon po from Solar Surveying Corporation po.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michelle Manuel from Architolio Surveying Services.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Iris Balasio from Ashana Construction Consultancy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jordan Tiban from ACT Surveying Office.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akira A. Mendoza from ACT Surveying Office.
Mr. Chair, for um, first document to be opened, we'll be opening the documents in order of time of submission. The first will be from JB Flores, Surveying Office. Any representative, please? Can you please confirm if this is your bid? Wala. Wala. Okay. Okay. For the record, Mr. Chair, there's no representative from JB Flores Surveying Office. Permission to open, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed with the opening.
Excuse me, sir. I am from GP Flores Surveying Office. I am the proprietor, sir.
Sorry.
Sir, good morning. Sir, may we request for, can you introduce yourself and the company you represent, sir?
Good afternoon again. I am Engineer J. Flores, the proprietor of GP Flores Surveying Office
Thank you, sir.
from Surigao City po.
Thank you, sir. Sir, please confirm if this is the documents that you submitted, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome po, ma'am.
With the opening of the bid, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed.
JB Flores Surveying Office submitted four envelopes with original eligibility documents, copy number 1, copy number 2, and copy number 3. Opening the original eligibility document. JB Flores Surveying Office submission has pagination, correction, and are signed on each page with index tabs. Checklist, please.
For the eligibility checklist, original of duly signed and accomplished eligibility documents submission form.
Eligibility document submission form signed by OD owner J. Flores submitted.
Valid PhilJobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
PhilJobs registration for JP Flores Surveying Office, valid until October 1, 2024. Page 1, page 2, and page 3, Annex A, submitted.
Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, Department of Trade and Industry DTI for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
DTI certificate submitted with expiration date January 18, 2028, submitted.
Mayors or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit with expiration date December 31, 2023, issued by Surigao City, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005, has finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Tax clearance with expiration date September 8, 2024, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. TD Form 1 and TD Form 2.
Statement of ongoing projects, submitted.
Statement of the consultant specifying its nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the service are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body to practice those professions and allied professions, including the respective curriculum vitae. TD Form 3.
Statement of key staff for consulting services, also signed with attached CVs of professional staffs. Submitted.
Audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission.
Audited financial statement by EDSA C. Beroy Bantilan, Accounting and Auditing Services. Stamp received by BIR dated
March 29. March
29,
29, 23.
Stamp received by BIR March 29, 2023. Submitted.
If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
Not applicable for this submission.
Sir, that would be all for the eligibility checklist.
The submission of JB Flores Surveying Office passed the preliminary examination of the bid.
Okay, thank you.
Proceeding with the next bidder.
Proceed.
RC Tolyo Surveying Services. Any representative, please? Can you please confirm, ma'am, if this is your bid? Thank you, ma'am. I request permission to open, sir. Thank you, sir. The submission of RC Tolyo Surveying Services are provided with pagination and signed on each page with index tabs. Checklist, please.
For eligibility checklist, original of duly signed and accomplished eligibility document submission form.
Eligibility document submission form signed by Engineer Tolyo, the General Manager, submitted.
Valid PhilJobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
Field jobs registration with platinum membership, valid until February 19, 2024, with page 1, page 2, page 3, Annex A submitted.
Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, Department of Trade and Industry, DTI for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority or CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
DTI certificate with expiration date March 9, 2026 submitted.
Mayors or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidders located, or equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit with expiration date February 3, 2024 issued by Quezon City submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Tax clearance with expiration date July 4, 2024 submitted.
Statement of the respective bidder of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, TD Form 1 and TD Form 2.
Statement of ongoing projects signed, and also for the completed projects. Also signed, submitted.
Statement of the consultant specifying his nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the service are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body to practice those professions and allied professions, including the respective curriculum vitae, TD Form 3.
Statement of key staff for consulting services with curriculum vitae submitted.
Audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities, stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of the bid submission.
Audited financial statement from Michael B. Ramos, CPA. Stamp received by BIR dated 28 April 2023 submitted.
If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
JVA not applicable for this submission.
Sir, that would be all for the eligibility checklist.
Share the eligibility of RC Tolyo Surveying Services past the preliminary examination. Proceeding with the next bidder, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed.
Next is from ACT BAN Surveying Office. Any representative, please? Can you please confirm, ma'am, sir, if this is your bid? Thank you. Proceeding to open the bid, Mr. Chair. Bid of ACT BAN Surveying Office with pagination and signed on each page and provided with index tabs. Checklist, please.
For eligibility checklist, original of duly signed and accomplished eligibility document submission form.
Eligibility document submission form signed by the project manager, consultant, Antero CT submitted.
Valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
Platinum membership of ACT Ban Surveying Office certificate valid until March 10, 2024 with page 1, 2, and Annex A submitted.
Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Department of Trade and Industry, DTI, for sole proprietorship or Cooperative Development Authority, for CDA, for cooperative or its equivalent document.
DTI certificate with expiration date 20 November 2023 submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zone or areas.
Mayor's permit with expiration date 31 December 2023 issued by Baguio City submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue, BIR.
Tax clearance with expiration date August 8, 2024 submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, TD Forms 1 and TD Form 2.
Statement of completed contracts signed, and statement of ongoing contracts also signed, submitted.
Statement of the consultants specifying its nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the service are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body to practice those professions and allied professions, including their respective curriculum vitae, TD Form 3.
Mr. Chair, the bidder, ACT Ban Surveying Office, submitted the list of personnel with statement of citizenship, but we've required the CVs for the following personnel, for the listed personnel. List of personnel and with curriculum vitae submitted.
Audited Audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities. Stamp received by the BIR is duly accredited and authorized institution for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 calendar years from the date of bid submission.
Audited financial statement from Elpidio A. Jao, CPA. Stamp received by China Bank. China Banking. Mr. Chair, for the representative of ACT Ban Surveying Office, may we know why the reason why BIR it is not stamped. Your audited financial statement is not stamped by the BIR, but instead of China Banking Corporation.
Sir, i-confirm lang po namin, yung requirement po kasi namin is kailangan yung audited financial statement should be stamped by the BIR or its authorized institution. So, tatanong lang po namin kung bakit hindi siya stamped ng BIR and kung si China Banking Corporation ba is authorized institution. Mr. Chair, we will just confirm, Mr. Chair, if China Banking Corporation is
Sige,
an
go ahead
authorized institution.
and confirm if China Bank is indeed authorized by the BIR.
Mr. Chair, may we continue while we check on the if China Bank is an authorized agent for BIR for Baguio City.
Go ahead, proceed.
Statement submitted.
If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statement from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provision of JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
JVA not applicable for this submission.
That would be all.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, for the submission of ACT Ban Surveying Office, pass the preliminary examination of the eligibility documents. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are checking now the website of BIR, sir. It is stated here that China Bank Baguio is belongs to the active list of AABs or authorized agent banks of the BIR as of September 2023.
Okay, so that is accepted. All right. So proceed to the next.
Yes, sir. Our next submission is number 4 from Asiana Construction Consultancy. Any representative? Yes, please. Ma'am, can you please confirm if this is your bid? Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Proceeding with the opening, Mr. Chair. Eligibility document of Asiana Construction Consultancy has pagination and signature on each page with index tabs. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the eligibility documents, original of duly signed and accomplished eligibility document submission form.
Eligibility document submission form signed by the General Manager Fernando Balacio, submitted.
Valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
PhilJEPS registration with platinum membership with validity until March 18, 2024 with page 1, page 2, and Annex A, submitted.
Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, Department of Trade and Industry or DTI for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
DTI certificate with expiration date March 11, 2026, submitted.
Mayors or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit with expiration date December 31, 2023, issued by Muntinlupa City, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005, as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Tax clearance with expiration date February 21, 2024, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, TD Form 1 and TD Form 2.
Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. And statement of all ongoing and completed government and private contracts, signed, submitted.
Statement of the consultant specifying its nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the service are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body to practice those professions and allied professions, including the respective curriculum vitae, TD Form 3.
Statement of consultant specifying its nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the services are registered professionals, signed and submitted with attached CVs, submitted.
Audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission.
Audited financial statement, stamp received by BIR dated 30 June 2023. Submitted.
If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
JVA agreement not applicable for this submission.
That would be also for the eligibility component.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The submission of Asiana Construction Consultancy passed the preliminary examination, Mr. Chair. Proceeding with the next bidder.
Okay, proceed.
Bidder number 5, Solar Surveying Corporation. If any representative, please. Yes. Ma'am, can you please confirm if this is your bid? Thank you, ma'am. Proceeding with the opening, Mr. Chair.
Proceed.
The eligibility documents submitted by Solar Surveying Corporation are with index stubs and paginated and also signed on each page. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the eligibility documents. Original of duly signed and accomplished eligibility document submission form.
Eligibility document submission form signed by the Managing Officer Elizabeth Ramboyan, submitted.
Valid field jobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
Platinum membership of Solar Surveying Corporation, valid until September 15, 2024, with page number 1, 2, and last page, Annex A, submitted.
Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, Department of Trade and Industry or DTI for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority or CDA for cooperatives, or its equivalent document.
Sex certificate with registration date May 7, 1974, and certificate number 51206, submitted.
Mayors or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidders located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit with expiration date December 31, 2023, issued by Manila, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BAR.
Tax clearance with expiration date February 16, 2024, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, TD Form 1 and TD Form 2.
Statement of ongoing projects, signed. Statement of completed projects. Also signed, submitted.
Statement of the consultant specifying its nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the service are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body to practice those professions and allied professions, including their respective curriculum vitae, TD Form 3.
Statement of key staff for consulting services. Signed and with attached CVs, submitted.
Audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total in current assets and liabilities, stamped received by the BAR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which is not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission.
Audited financial statement of Solar Surveying Corporation, dated, stamp received by BRR, April 14, 2023, submitted.
If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
JVA agreement, not applicable for this submission.
Sir, that would be all for the eligibility component.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, the submission of Solar Surveying Corporation passed the preliminary examination.
Check.
Proceeding with the last bidder.
Okay, proceed.
From BAC, kala ko back. BAC Surveying and Titling Services. Any representative from the bidder? So online. May we know if there are any online representative from BAC Surveying and Titling Services? Mr. Chair, for the record, uh, no representative, no representative from BAC Surveying and Tightening Services. Proceeding to open the bid, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed.
BAC Surveying and Titling Services submitted one original and copy 1, copy 2, and copy 3 of the eligibility document. Mr. Chair, the submission of BAC Surveying and Tightening Services has index tabs with pagination on each page and with a signature. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the eligibility documents. Original of duly signed and accomplished eligibility document submission form.
Eligibility document submission form signed by the manager, Mel C.P. Kakatian, submitted.
Valid field jobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
Certificate of Field Jobs Registration with Platinum Membership, BAC Surveying and Tightening Services, valid until October 21, 2023, with page number 1, 2, and last page Annex A, submitted.
Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, Department of Trade and Industry or DTI for sole proprietorship, or a Cooperative Development Authority or CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document.
DTI certificate with expiration date August 8, 2025, submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zone or areas.
Mayor's permit with expiration date February 2, 2023, issued by Cagayan. The bidder's BAC Surveying and Titling Services submitted a copy of the business permit with expiration date December 2023, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue.
Tax clearance with expiration date August 19, 2023, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, TD Forms 1 and 2.
Sorry. Going back with the tax clearance, Mr. Chair, since the date is August 19, 2023, there's a certificate or affidavit of undertaking submitted by the bidder. Mr. Chair, for the submission of BAC surveying and tightening services, the bidder submitted an expired tax clearance which was valid until August 19. August 19, 2023, and only submitted an affidavit of undertaking. And the affidavit of undertaking states that upon the availability of tax clearance, the undersigned, Ms. Melcy Paranel Kakatian, will immediately submit the same. Mr. Chair, we'll just be checking on the bidding document.
All right.
Mr. Chair, for the submission of BAC surveying and tightening services, we submitted the unexpired tax clearance for based on our requirement. The eligibility of each prospective bidder shall be determined by examining each bidder's eligibility requirements or statements against a checklist of requirements using non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as stated in the request for expression of interest, and shall be determined as either eligible or ineligible. If a prospective bidder submits the specific eligibility document required, he shall be rated as pass for the particular requirement. In this regard, failure to submit a requirement or an incomplete or patently insufficient submission shall be considered failed for the particular eligibility requirement concerned. So, Mr. Chair, the TWG recommends for the declaration of the failure of the submission of BAC surveying and titling services for non-submission of a valid tax clearance, Mr. Chair. Which will make the bidder ineligible for the shortlisting, Mr. Chair.
All right, so what is the recommendation?
For the declaration of back surveying and titling services, ineligible for the shortlisting of the project, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So any question, clarification? If there is none, then wala rin silang representative, ano? Okay. So how are we going to notify them that they can file mga MR just in case? Wala.
Sir,
Kasi wala.
for this one, sir, this is a
Walang MR yan.
pass or fail. We will notify, we will send them a letter, sir,
Okay.
considering that they do not have
Oo.
a
So all right. Okay. So disqualified.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Chair, for the project services for the construction of new Siargao Airport under bid number 023-035-09 Alpha, only 5 are ineligible for the shortlisting of the consultant, Mr. Chair, and 1 was disqualified due to non-submission of a valid tax clearance, Mr. Chair. The TWG would like to recommend for the evaluation of the submissions for the preparation of the shortlisting of the consultants, Mr. Chair.
All right. Thank you. So any motion?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir.
Motion to adopt the recommendation of the TWG for the conduct of evaluation of the successful bidders during the preliminary opening, Mr. Chair, and for them to proceed to the next stage, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Noted.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Okay, move as seconded. Motion is adopted. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May we request the bidders to... you are now excused, ma'am. And good afternoon po.
Sige, let's proceed. We still have 6 minutes.
Yes, sir. For the other matters, it will be discussed by the TWG, sir.
This is for the MR of
For
PhilCAP?
the discussion of the motion for reconsideration of PhilCAX for the project purchase installation of ILS at Iloilo Airport.
Iloilo Airport. Okay. Sige, what is the history?
Sir, for this project, sir, this is a request for reconsideration for the disqualification of Philcox as bidder for purchase installation of ILS for Iloilo International Airport under public bidding number 22-016-06 Alpha. To read his letter, sir, This is reference to your letter dated August 1, 2023, received by Philcox through an email last August 7, 2023, regarding the disqualification on the above-mentioned project, sir. Philcox respectfully submits a request for reconsideration to for the project provided. It said that the Bids and Awards Committee failed so the justification of their motion for reconsideration.
Ano yung reason na kanila failure? Hindi.
Um,
No?
Ito po. Philcox allegedly failed with respect to the non-compliance with the requirements, in particular with its item number 2, site works, provision of power line, fiber optic link, and ancillaries, which are not in accordance with the schedule of requirements as specified in Section 6 of the Philippine bidding document. They stated here, sir, that the disqualification notice was received by Philcox through an email only last August 7, which is 9 months after the bid opening on August 20, 2022. So they stated here, sir, that under RA 9184, Section 32, the entire evaluation process of the procurement of goods and infrastructure project shall be completed within 7 calendar days. This is the bid evaluation, sir, from the deadline of the receipt of the proposal, and that if no action is taken by the head of the procuring entity, they also stated here, sir, that the procurement process from the opening until the award shall not exceed 3 months or a shorter period to be determined by the procuring entity. And if no action is taken by the head of the procuring entity or its authorized representative or by the concerned board, in case of GOCCs, the contract concerned shall be deemed approved. Sir, the TWG prepared a letter in response to the motion for reconsideration, sir. Dear Mr. Maligat, this is in response to the motion for reconsideration of Philcox in relation to the project ILS for Iloilo International Airport, requesting for the reversal of the disqualification. We stated here, sir, the statement of facts of the letter, and we replied that the motion lacks merit. The revised IRR, or the period of procurement, as read earlier, refers to the period of procurement which was complied by the Bids and Awards Committee, considering that the project has already been declared a failure, sir, after the evaluation of all the submitted bids, sir. Section 38.2 specifically pertains to contracts awarding the project which is not acted upon by the head of the procuring entity. In the present case, sir, there is still no contract to speak of since Philcox was disqualified during the bid evaluation stage. Therefore, sir, in view of the foregoing, the bids and awards, in view of the foregoing, sir, the BAC TWG hereby recommends the denial of the motion for reconsideration of Philcox, sir.
Pero what happened to their claim that they received the email 9 months after? Tama ba yun?
Yes, sir. They claimed, sir, that
Bakit
they...
9 months after? Totoo ba yun na we forwarded email 9 months after? Was received by Philcox through email on August 7, 2023, which is 9 months after. Oh, is that true?
Maybe ask the BAC Secretariat. Sir, however, sir, while if this is true, Mr. Chair, this still does not negate the fact that uh, the whole bidding process, sir, was already finished and complied with the procurement period. It is just that the notification was sent late.
Sir, for additional information, sir, the funding of the Iloilo ILS project was reallocated to the NAIA ILS project because the 2023 project for NAIA ILS is insufficient for the contract that was awarded also this year. And yung funding for the ILS project for Iloilo was re-included as a supplemental budget for 2023 also, which was issued only in June 2023, sir.
Okay, so what is the recommendation? Failure.
The recommendation, Mr. Chair, is for the denial of the motion for reconsideration and for the
Okay, so already declared. So this is just the denial. Okay.
Sir, just a note on the letter of the PhilCax. Meron kasi silang note on the last part that they have already on the last paragraph, it is noted furthermore, in order to avoid delay Iloilo project, we have already ordered the ILS DME equipment from Indra Navia, Norway. Maybe they're just informing us that even without the contract, Mr. Chair, they have already engaged with the service of Navia, Norway.
Because that they are under the presumption that after 3 months without any notification, it is deemed to have been awarded. So what they are claiming is that there is an award. Di ba?
Where in fact they were disqualified, sir.
Oo nga, unfortunately, they are claiming that they received the email 9 months after. So they thought they are qualified. Okay. So what is now being recommended is for the disqualification of PhilCax,
for the denial of the motion
for the
reconsideration,
denial
sir.
of the MR. Okay, what is the recommendation?
Mr. Chair, the recommendation is for the denial of the motion for reconsideration of PhilCax.
Okay, motion please.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Motion to adopt the recommendation of the TWG for the denial of the motion for reconsideration of PhilCax Philippines Incorporated.
Thank you.
Second the motion, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
move and seconded. So the motion is denied. Thank you. Any motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn the meeting, Mr. Chair.
All right.
Second.
Second the
Okay,
motion.
so meeting is adjourned. Thank you.